All right. So, welcome back. This is take two of me and Jimmy's video. We just tried recording one, didn't work out. But when things happen, you got to retry it. And we're doing this video to talk about playoff seedings and predictions that we got. Both of our teams are in the playoffs. We're both excited for Saturday. Today is Thursday, April 17th, and the playoffs start in 2 days. So, I'm gonna screen share real quick. Oh, wait, no, not that. This screen share. And these are the seedings that we have currently, that the play-in is still going on, but we both think that the Grizzlies and the Heat are going to be in the playoffs. In the first round matchup, we got the Thunder and we got the Grizzlies. And I feel like that's going to be a Thunder OKC sweep. They're going to get done in four. They're here to make the conference finals, the championship. So the Grizzlies, they just lost their head coach. They haven't been winning the games that they should. And obviously, like I just said, the Thunder are going to be in the finals. They're going to be a finals team, and it's going to be a Thunder sweep in four. They're too deep.
Yeah, man. And what's up, everybody? Yeah, again, like Sonny said, um, technical difficulties, but we're back. Um, yeah, nah, I got Grizzlies going down in five. So I got the Thunder winning. Not even a contest. Honestly, might be four. The Grizzlies, they don't have a head coach. Um, Injuries, jaw, right? Just too many question marks. And Thunder obviously been one of the best teams, is the best team this year, and rightfully so. So it's gonna be a sweep. Thunder and four.
For sure, for sure. I mean, Thunder are almost a 70 win team when we're talking about them. And I just think they're too deep. The next matchup is probably going to be one of my favorites, the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. And the Rockets have a bunch of people that they can throw at Jimmy Butler and at Steph Curry. They have my one of my favorite players in the league outside of people on the Lakers, Amen Thompson. He's a great defender. I think they're going to put him on Curry and he's going to wreak havoc. They have defenders to throw at Jimmy. They have defenders to throw at everybody. And I'm the only one who thinks the Rockets are going to win. And I think they're going to win in seven. I think it's going to be a dogfight. Yeah, the Warriors are battle tested, championship pedigree. They have all of that. But the Rockets are a second seed for a reason. And I think people are writing them off too early.
Okay. Well, just like you, this also is one of my favorite series, this playoffs, man. Um, but I got the Warriors winning just based off of experience. And with the addition of Jimmy Butler, it adds another element to this Warriors offense. Curry have not having to carry the burden offensively. He's getting old, and we don't want these injuries can happen. And all the running that Curry does on the court offensively, man, he's just running constantly. He's gonna get to him, so it's on his legs. So now with Jimmy Butler, less offensive pressure off him. And yeah, I just like their experience in the playoffs. And the Rockets are a young, inexperienced team. I think they're one piece away from being able to win a first round series and maybe even potentially compete to get to the conference finals. Um, but I got the Warriors, and I think it's gonna be a really hard fought series. And I got the Warriors in seven.
And we got the next matchup is my Los Angeles Lakers versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Another highly anticipated matchup. Anthony Edwards is looking to beat KD and LeBron, and I just don't think we're gonna let that happen. Where we have the two best players on the court at any given time. And the Timberwolves, when we put Rudy Gobert in that pick and roll, it's gonna be barbecue chicken. Yes, I know of our limitations at the center position, and yes, our bench is questionable. But Luca is able to make any center look great, and whether that's Jackson Hayes there or not. So I maybe it's biasy, but I got Lakers in six.
So this is an interesting series as well. But I got the Lakers winning in six. Um, I think. as I mentioned earlier, before the difficulties, I think that Luca is just offensively just going to tear up Minnesota and take the hearts of the Timberwolves fans again. Part of last year, with that shot against Gobert. I mean, that was insane. So I think now with Luca and LeBron together, offense is potent. I do worry about their defensive interior with the Lakers, but I think the Lakers will be able to win this in 6 games.
And then another like a really highly anticipated matchup. This and the Pacers game is Pacers Bucks series is going to be the two most highly competitive games. This is going to go seven, and I got Denver in seven strictly because Nikola Jokic is a historically great player. He's he's been on a tear this year. He should win MVP, but they might give it a shade just because. But Nikola Jokic is able to dissect anything you give him. He's able to break apart anything you give him. And yes, the Clippers have had a healthy Kawhi. Yes, Ivaka Zubac is having a great year. I just think they're gonna run into the jokester, and it's not even gonna matter. I got Denver in seven.
Okay. I also have this going 7, but I got the Clippers. I got Cliptown winning in 7. You know, alluding to your fact, you were talking about, the Jokic. You can never count out the Nuggets, right? They're because they got the best player in the league. So you got to take that into account. And obviously, they still have Aaron Gordon, the Aaron Gordons of the world. They got the Michael Porters of the world. So I feel like they're going to be able to, you know, be able to still compete in this series. But I don't,
They lose their head coach randomly one morning.
yeah. Um, so I don't expect this to be for this to be, I don't know. Like I hope that the Nuggets can be able to keep up with what the Clippers offer in terms of if Kawhi is like 80% of what he was on that Toronto run. um, I think that's I like that. I like that over what the
It's
Nuggets
a
can
tough, that's a
offer.
tough matchup to pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, and also what James Harden's doing in the season that Zubac's having. Most improved, I think he should be. Look, I don't know what the odds are. Look, I think he should be up there in conversation. Sorry, my roommate walked in, fucked up my flow for a second. Um, but yeah, no, I got Clippers in 7. Clippers in 7.
Now we heading into the Eastern Conference. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers and what looks like to be the Miami Heat. And I don't think the Heat are going to be prepared enough for this Cleveland Cavaliers team. They are a 64 win team in the NBA, and they have the two really great centers. They have Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, who's having a crazy year. Even though Evan Mobley's been playing the four, and not to mention D. Mitch and Darius Garland, who's going to dissect any team's defense you give them to. I got Cleveland in four. This is going to be an easy sweep. Miami doesn't stand a chance.
So with this series, yeah, I'm assuming, yeah, the Heat win, and yeah, I think the Cavs just the way they're playing this year, and with the X factor is Evan Mobley. It's Evan Mobley. If Evan Mobley offers that, the ability to be able to score on the offensive end, the Cavs are unstoppable because now you have the addition with DeAndre Hunter, and now they can really play 5 out and be able to switch on everything. They're going to be able to handle the first round series against the Heat. It's going to be 4 games. It's not even a series.
Another one that is up that alley is the defending champions play the Orlando Magic. Celtics versus Magic, a 2 versus 7 seed. I'm surprised the Magic are still here after the injury riddled year that they had. But yet again, this like the same thing like the Cleveland series. The Celtics and the Celtics are just too good. They're a 61 win team. and I think this is going to be another sweep. Maybe Magic wins one, but I don't put that on anything. I got Celtics in 4 or 5. They're defending champs for a reason, one of the best defensive teams. There's just no chance for the Magic to even come up and win this series. But yeah, I got Celtics in 4 or 5.
Yeah, yeah, like you said, yeah. There's another series that's kind of chalked. I mean, it's I think the Celtics, they've been another team that's been top of the league. And defending champs. Obviously you have the question mark with Jaylen Brown's knee. Is that going to be what is that going to be? What percentage is that going to be at going forward in the playoffs? They don't really need him this round. They quite frankly probably don't even need him in round two. And I'm a Knicks fan. So I think they Celtics will find ways. Magic, young, tough, gritty, defensive-minded team, but you need to be able to score points against Boston. Do I
Really
think they can
bad
do it?
3-point shooting team too.
Yeah. And do I think they can do it? No. And I think they might be able to steal one game. So I'll say Celtics in five.
Yeah, the matchup that we've been waiting for all year. The Knicks versus the Pistons. I'm the number one Knicks hater. I'll root against them against anybody. Give me Charlotte. I'll root against them. And if I think I really believe in Detroit. I think Detroit is the whole team is like the Cade is their engine. Okay, so however far Cade's going, this team goes. Similar to how the Atlanta Hawks were that one year they made the conference final. Do I think the Pistons are doing that? No. But do I think they're in position to upset the Knicks? I really do believe it. And you heard it here first, Jimmy. Watch out for a Tim Hardaway silencer in one of these games.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit
Uh,
a silencer, silence MSG.
nah, it's more of the Malik Beasley thug shake that I am worried about with the Pistons. But no, this isn't even a Knicks for clicks, man. This is going to be classic Knicks in five, just because I feel like the Pistons remind me of when the Knicks were coming up and making a comeback with that season with Tom Thibodeau. Um, and there's resurgence Julius Randle and Reggie Bullock, R.J. Barrett, all those guys, Elfrid Payton. That series where
Rose was on that team too.
we were going against the Hawks, and we everybody thought like, okay, like this is a young gritty, this team is, young, gritty, can get out, defend. So Hawks took us, handled us in five. So I got the Knicks in five. I think Cade is going to be a problem, and we're going to need to be able to put OG on him the whole game. Uh, but any 1 through 5, though, we have the better player. Shouldn't even be a competition. And like I said, Mikal needs to be able to step up this playoffs. Knicks need to win this series because if they do not, stay tuned. It's going to be a busy offseason in New York. So yeah,
I'm
Knicks in
hoping for a McKill sighting because they traded 6 picks for him, man. He needs to show that value. And it's been a rough up and down year for him. I know he's had some great games, but he's had some lows. And that's what's concerning because they traded 6 picks for him.
We did. We did. We gave up the farm. And if the Knicks could go back and rescind that trade, they would, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate because I think Leon Rose has done an exceptional job with the Knicks and turning them around. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, though, must-win series for the Knicks.
And then last but not least, we got probably the hardest game so far. And I think we both agree this is gonna go 7. And yeah, the Bucks have Giannis Antetokounmpo. They have Damian Lillard. Don't forget about Kyle Kuzma. Um, the Pacers also, I think the Pacers just a better overall team as far as depth wise, as far as like who they have and who. I think this is gonna be Pacers in 7. They did make the Eastern Conference Final last year. Who they beat last year, Jimmy? Who they
They
beat?
beat,
The New York
they beat
Knicks?
my Knicks. I'm never going to run away from the criticism of my team. They did beat the Knicks. They did.
The Andrew Nemhard gamer.
Yeah. And
And I
never watching another Knicks playoff game with any of you guys, man. Bad luck every time.
that was one of my best moments. And I just Jimmy has who do you have? The Bucks or the Pacers?
So yeah, this is another one of my exciting series to go along with the Nuggets, Clippers, and Rockets, Warriors. I have the Bucks actually winning in seven,
Yeah,
just because what Giannis is doing is just on another level. You can even argue he might even have snuck into the top, top three. Is I think he might be top three right now in MVP voting.
I would definitely put him top three.
Right? I mean, the way he's playing right now with the absence of Damian Lillard, he's stepping up, man. And I think that now, as we're recording this video, Damian Lillard is cleared, but not to play game one. He'll be back maybe later on in the series. And I think that's gonna make a big impact. I just like the Bucks. The Bucks have to win this series.
They do.
It's essential for the players
Long term for Giannis.
long term for Giannis and even Dame as well. So you got to win. Pacers obviously with Halliburton. I think the Bucks they're gonna want it more. It's a must win for them. I like the Bucks in a tough series in seven.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's gonna be the one of the hardest games. I mean, not hard as that. That's gonna be the most even series, in my opinion. Even more even than the Nuggets Clippers. Just because like these teams have history. Like they don't like each other is what I've been hearing. I've been on Pacers Twitter. I've been on Bucks Twitter. These teams do not like each other. Think
Mhm.
they don't think of each other too fondly. And
Yeah,
it's gonna be a dogfight. Like Jimmy has the Bucks. I've got the Pacers. So we're on the fence about this one.
yeah.
But yeah, that's been the playoff first round matchups that we've been looking at. We're gonna do a second round, and then next video, Jimmy's hosting the NFL draft-a-thon that he wants to do. He's been excited about his Giants and stuff,
Oh
and
yeah.
we're just gonna end off what we want to see from the Lakers, what we want to see from the Knicks. And as a Lakers fan, I know about the lack of center depth we have. I know about the lack of bench depth we have. Our bench player is Dalton Connect, which I'm not a big fan of. And it's going to be concerning when Luca doesn't have it going early and we have to rely on our bench to keep us in games. That's a really big like worry of mine because if we're looking at the first round matchup, the Timberwolves have a better bench than us for sure. It's just how well can Luca and LeBron and Reeves and everybody else play. And I hope for the best. I think the Lakers are going for banner number 18. There's gonna be another one right next to that one. And what about the Knicks? What are you looking for?
Yeah. Wishful thinking with the Lakers. But with my Knicks, you know, I know what Tibbs is gonna do. He's gonna come out eight-man rotation, right? You're gonna see Deuce, Shamit, Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench. I would like to see more, utilization of a Cat Mitchell Robinson lineup. I think with how Cat's he's better utilized the four spot, and then with Mitchell, he'll be able to handle the more dirty work, interior rebounding, defensive work, especially with during with a physical center like Darren. It's essential. We need that, and it's going to be a physical series, so we got to buckle up and be prepared for that. And obviously, as we were talking before, Mikel being worth all these pick we traded off for these, he needs to step up. He needs to step up and finally deliver on those six picks we traded for him
I
because
think Knicks fans are waiting on that too. They've been waiting for him. He's just
yeah,
up and down.
it's time. It's time, and I think now would be perfect perfect time to do it. Is in the first round of the playoffs. We need a statement, and all these people and analysts saying, "Oh, there might be a challenge," and no, this isn't going to be any challenge. I do think it's going to be a physical series, but I do think the Knicks experience pays off. Knicks in five, and obviously we got a funeral set up next round, Boston. But we'll talk about that next week. Yeah,
We'll get to the second round when we get to the second round.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but like I said, man, this has been a great first video. Jimmy is excited, man. He's all the way down in Boca. I'm in Tampa. We're gonna keep this thing going. We're gonna do some in-person stuff. Next video should be about the NFL draft coming up. And I just want everyone to stay tuned because off the bench is not going anywhere.
yeah. No, like you said, off the bench. I'm glad that me and Sonny, picked it back up again, and we're starting to do this. This is what we love to do.